Known for some incredible wings and one of the league's most passionate fan bases. We're just outside of Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Today, our draw features two from the AFC between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Buffalo Bills. Santos out for the opening kick. And we're off and running from Western New York. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. Wow, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
He was taken down.
That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Oh, flag is down here. This might be a free play. Gets his target. That's DJ Moore. And he goes out of bounds as now we're going to hear from our referee. We both saw the defender jump there before that snap. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. Move that ball up. It's going to be 6 to go now on 2nd down. Here goes Dart to the air. That's him on the quick hitter. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. First down from the 42.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Start now. Short pass brought in. Has it up to his own 45 on a small gain. Jalen Johnson with the stop.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Dart out of the shotgun. That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. 30. The 10. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills take a 6-0 lead right away. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. So that right there, exactly what you're looking for in the opening drive of a game.
And these opening drives are tone setters. You come out flat, maybe go 3 and out. Sometimes there's a carryover effect, Kate, but here, they were sharp, they were crisp, and they grabbed the early lead.
Point after up and good from Bates. And the Bills will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Bengals nothing.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And he's going to elect not to bring this one out. So no run back this time. We'll pick things up from the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Stroud of the air to start us off. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So second down now after the incompletion. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. It's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And it doesn't get much, up to maybe their own 40. In for the tackle, that's Lucas Van Ness. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Stroud now on 3rd. This finds Austin, complete. That's the first down, and he's still going. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he is going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals finish off their opening drive. That is a touchdown to one of their prime receiving targets.
This is really what you pay your skill guys for. You know, I had an old coordinator say it's my job to get you a one-on-one. It's your job to go out and win it with a touchdown.
Extra point is good by Santos. And the Bengals respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one at the 41. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And the Bills have a first down. Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. Going play action with Dart. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Second and 10 now. Here's Dart. He's slant route complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Throwing on 3rd. Here's Dart. He finds Pacheco out of the backfield. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
Throwing on 1st down. It's Dart. Batted away at the line. Incomplete. He didn't put it high enough to get it over that line. 2nd down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Dart gonna throw again. Completed over the middle. And they're gonna touch him down after a short pickup.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
7th play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6. To the air on 3rd and long. Finds him over the middle. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Dart gonna go for it on 4th. And that's gonna wind up incomplete as that gamble doesn't pay off. They're gonna turn this one over on downs.
You know, kid, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Starting on the ground here with Barkley. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
At the 43-yard line.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he manages to get back to the line, but no further, as we're at the end of one. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They're looking at third and still 10 here. Here he goes, third and long. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. Waddle makes the catch. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals take a second quarter lead. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. And they've loved the scoring production he's brought out of their offense. That touchdown gives him 10 on the season. Santos now for the extra point. Oh, and it's no good. Just his second missed extra point of this season. And they failed to tack one onto that touchdown. So after the missed extra point, he's still out there, and he's going to put it back in play. Oh, wow, and he mishit that one. The unfortunate mistake giving them excellent field position. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. They'll go play action. Here's Dart. Connects on the crosser. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Dart now against the blitz. Hits his running back. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Bills have a first down.
Bills. First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard
From the gun, here's Dart. He's got it over the middle. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give the quarterback a chance.
And he drives it forward to maybe the 27. Tuli Pulotu in for the tackle. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Check out.
Out of the gun this time, here's Dart. And there's a man there, it's intercepted! Junior Brown has it!
There's a big part of me that even through all these interceptions this year appreciates the gunslinging nature of this rookie quarterback, but the other side of me knows that when you get a narrative written about you and you become turnover prone, that can be a really tough narrative to change.
And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. They get 19 on that pickup. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati. Offensive line fast.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Putting a receiver in motion. Stroud throwing here on 1st. Down the field, he's got Wilson. And he will get it down to the 16-yard line.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Stroud to throw on 1st down. He will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals parlay the interception into points. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Has it at the 1. And he's into the end zone for 2. That sets him up with a 14-point lead.
Bills 7.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. He's going to field this at the 2. They get to him before he can amount to much, just beyond that 15-yard line. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Dart. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Pass caught out right by Golden. And he gets back to the line, but no more. Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Darts out of the shotgun. Got a man. It's Knox. And this is going to be short. Quick stop by the defense to bring up 4th down. Bills moving quickly now. They're in the hurry up. They'll go. Here's Darts. Got his man. It's Golden. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. That's going to be a 20-yard hit on 4th down, Brock. That keeps this drive moving. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. On play action with Dart. Throw right side, caught by Smith. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end, because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
On 1st and 10, here's Dart. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in-cut and make the catch.
They go play action on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. Bengals get to him and take him down. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. 2nd and 18 coming up. He's got it on the bootleg. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Throwing on 3rd. Here's Dart. Buys time, rolling right. Completed to his running back. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Bills moving quickly now. They're in the hurry up.
That's good for a Bills 1st down. 1st and 10 at the
Going on 1st down. It's Dart. Pass complete to Lane. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Yeah, these in-cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Throwing now off the play action. That's some room to work. That one connects. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
That's another
Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that first down play.
first and goal at the 4-yard line.
60, go!
Dart gonna throw again. And this won't be caught. Clock is gonna stop. We've got 14 seconds to go.
Jeez, with each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative this quarterback stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
So after the incomplete pass, here's second and goal.
Here we go! Nike, 18! Hey, I got him.
Now go play action. Here's Dart. Running right side by Moore. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. On third and goal, it's Dart. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Brock, this is not an ideal spot for any defense, but so far these guys have come up with a nice stand. Of course, they might now need to buckle down for one more play. We'll see.
Yeah, so much more 4-down territory in the league today. So much more aggression with all the data we have out there. I got a sense, though, it's not going to be a play-action pass this time around.
And he won't come through on fourth and goal. So this one will not get it done. They're going to turn this over on down.
The play is a turnover on down.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for first and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. He's going deep. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Downfield, this finds Waddle. He's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
First down, Stroud. That's for Waddle again. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Bengals.
Here's Stroud on first and 10. Flush down out to his left. He's keeping it, and he's able to get this down to the 13.
Kate, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass, it was a scramble, but the net's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Hey, King! Okay. Hey, south. Hey, uno. Look the hot.
From the gun, Stroud. Buying some time right. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think I got the same thought bubble as all the fans in the stands with that one. You just got to tuck it. Don't try to force the issue. You're out there in the open space. Put your head down and go get the first.
Barkley gets it on 3rd down. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
A 5-yard gain on the play. That's another Bengals first down. 1st and goal, Cincinnati.
They're going to run with Barkley. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
Shotgun now, 1st round. And he is going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock, he sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. On the right side, he's going to fire deep middle. That's grabbed inside the 30. And this will reach the opposing 25-yard line.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Out of the gun this time, here's Dart. And this is going to be incomplete again. Defender knocks this one away. That brings up 3rd down.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays, discussing them and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense, not on that one.
3rd down now, here's Dart. He finds Pacheco out of the backfield. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Dart gonna go for it on 4th. Cox, this is Lane. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
That's good for a Bills first down. 1st and goal.
They'll run, Pacheco. And he takes this down close, shot to the 3. First shot gets him 5. Still a couple of looks remaining. It's 2nd and goal.
A gain of 5.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Dart. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this is a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
Last play stopped short, still 3 yards to gain, 3rd and goal.
Come on, set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready.
Darts out of the shotgun. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that third down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
They want the touchdown on 4th and goal. They're going for it from the 3.
Pad the 60, pad the 60.
They'll go. Here's Darts. And he has the Buffalo touchdown. The Bills start the second half with some needed points. DJ Moore, the touchdown. Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Bills get it back to a 14-point game.
Bills 14.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Calvin Austin on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Barkley. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Gain 15 there. And the Bengals have a 1st down.
First down.
Oh, right.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It is Bengal football, and they're going to start the final quarter up by a couple of scores. First and 10 from the 43.
All right. 18. What's up? Hey, south. Hey, uno more.
Stroud off the play fake. Escapes the pocket. And the Bills get to him. He's brought down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sacked. A loss of 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
Why Tony?
To the air, Stroud. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Give him 13 on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
That's good for a Bengals 1st down. A gain of 13 yards. And the Bengals 1st down.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He put the body on the line for his team. Working quickly here.
10 more yards. Complete to Noah Gray. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Barkley on a shotgun handoff. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
32-yard line.
Why Tony?
They motion a receiver left. Stroud throwing here on 1st. Short pass brought in. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Bengals have a 1st down.
That's another
Nike Texas.
Bengals 1st down.
Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone now. Headed out right. The throw to the right finds Waddle. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Don't you feel sometimes, Kate, up here in the booth when we get to see things develop, we're playing the same guessing game the defenses are on those kind of plays? Is he planning on keeping it or just waiting for a throw to develop and get open? That time the QB did a terrific job of finding that outlet.
Throwing is Stroud. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. That is Kyler Gordon. And the Bills have some new life in the 4th.
Stroud's pass.
Kate, more than any play in the game, I promise you, that's one they're going to say, I'd like to have that. The defense totally on fumes, on the ropes. And what a great opportunity to choose how to attack that last little bit of yardage. And man, did they choose poorly.
Able to get it to Moore. And he's got a a decent gain before being brought down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 22.
Now Dart. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So now they're going to have to figure out this 3rd down.
6 yards to go.
Here we go, shot. 18, go.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Called in by Lane. He's got the first down grab and still going. And he's out of bounds, but what a great play there, Brock. He's got him in the field goal range. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10.
27-yard line.
Dart gonna throw again. Pass caught out right by Golden. And he's tackled for a short gain.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 20.
Your start now. Cut near the goal line. And in. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills now within 1 score in the 4th. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
So Dart and this offense getting set to go for 2.
The Bills are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
19 Lions. Hey,
Here he is to throw. And the pass succeeds. A little momentum builder as they try to dig into this deficit.
Bengals 28, Bills 22.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. On the return, here comes Austin. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Austin on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Well, still throwing, and this is intercepted. That is Kyler Gordon. And their defense does it. They take it back for a touchdown, and we're all tied up. He not only broke on it to make the pick, Brock, but he was on the move real quick. Knowing short fields, there's a great chance that he could take that one back for a touchdown.
That's exactly right. In this area of the field, an offense really only gets a second or 2 to react to that pick and get over and cut off his lanes. And if you don't, well, it's 6 the other way.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Here's Smith on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle to the line.
At the 28-yard line.
They'll look to throw it. Completes downfield to Felton. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Bills territory. 1st down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Running back sent in motion. Back to throw. Finds his back. Here's Barkley. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Give him 8 yards on the play. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Barkley trying this up the gut. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Design quarterback run here. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And the Bengals have a first down. Now a timeout's called. It's not their last one, though, so they can try another play before setting up for that field goal. All set now. 1st and 10.
2J. Here we go.
Straight ahead. Here's Barkley. He's dropped. A big stop and a big moment there, Brock. He could not afford to lose yards there. 1 final second on that clock. There's a timeout. We'll have to wait just a touch longer to close this one out. So everything rests on the foot of Cairo Santos. A 49-yarder in front of him here. The kick is good. He got it. And they've taken back the lead. So the Bengals take this one on the road. And it took everybody at the end. First to set up that field goal, and then for him to go out and win it with that accurate kick. It wasn't a dominating win by any means, partner, but a great show of resiliency to fight back and steal it away. With Brock Huard and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals emerge as winners.